Hi all, I wanted to make a quick video reviewing our non-trading view strategy. So before I begin, I would like to mention that this is an educational channel. All content over here is for the sake of education. Kindly read the disclaimer that you see on the screen and in the description below. With that said, let's proceed. So we're primarily going to discuss what if we did not have access to the indicators that we have on TradingView, and we do not even have access to Zurich. All right, because Zurich is my favorite moving average. I use Zurich moving average with the length set at 21. But if I don't have access to that, Zurich is available on Indian trading platforms on Dhan only. It is not available on Zerodha and Fairs. Other platforms I don't know. I primarily use Zerodha, Fairs, and Dhan. I've got a few more accounts here and there, but I don't use them. So in any case, so today we'll discuss Fairs. In Fairs, we don't have access to Zurich, and we have found a substitute to Zurich called Hull Moving Average, and the exact substitute to Zurich is Hull Moving Average HMA setting 26. Remember, Hull by default I think comes by with 7 or 9 reset. It comes by default at 9. We are not using that. We have tried to match that as close as we could to Zurich. It's not 100% match, but it's very, very close. I would say 85-90% match to Zurich. While I'm making this video, I'm also looking at same indicator working on the Zurich platform, and it's about 85-90% close to how things look on Zurich. It's that close. All right, so how do we set up? All right, first let's review using our indicators what would have been the two best trades on Friday, which was a nice trending day. All right, so what are the indicators we are using over here? The first important point is using scale price chart only. It's very important that this is clicked on your chart. If you don't click this, there are times where the chart will look something like this and you will not know why that is happening. All right, so if you really want to see the chart clearly, make sure your scale price chart only is ticked. The other one is, let's discuss the indicators we are using on the left hand side, and this is all you need. The first one, we are using VWAP. This white line that you see is VWAP. In default settings, the color we have chosen for VWAP is white. All right, we have not made any changes to VWAP. Whatever comes by default, we are using that. Only this color we have changed to white instead of whatever color it generally comes with, and the thickness is maintained at 0. We are using the Hull moving average. All right, if you search your moving averages and type HULL, you will get this Hull moving average. By default, it comes with 9 or 7 or whatever. Make sure that you change that setting to 26. Choose whatever color you want. I'm using kind of this purplish color over here. You can use whatever color you want, whatever thickness you want, and save that as your default. The next is Fibonacci pivots. What you got to type is the standard pivots. This pivot point standard. Once you select that, you will get a couple of options over here. Choose Fibonacci. Other things, just let it be at default. Choose whatever colors you want. When you're using Fibonacci, it only shows through S3 and R3. There is traditional or classic, I don't know which ones, but it showed you till S4 and R4 and S4 and R5. But Fibonacci in the platforms that I'm using, it generally shows till S3 only. So choose whatever color you want. In my case, the main center pivot, I have chosen red. S1 R1 is yellow, S2 R2 is blue, and S3 R3 is white. All right, so that's my choice. You can choose whatever color you want. At the bottom, the main indicator is MACD. MACD and signal is ticked. Strength is unchecked. MACD is green. Thickness is 2. Signal is red. Signal thickness is 2. The main setting is 8-21-5. This is the golden setting. All right, after using many settings on MACD, first we were using 2-20-20. That also works. Then we found better one. I think it was 3-9-15 or something like that. That also works great. But now we have found a better setting, which is 8-21-5. This is the golden ratio. I think till I find something better, MACD is going to be used at 8-21-5. All right, and RSI we are only using for the upper line 70, lower line 30, and the center line at 50. That's it. We are not going to be using RSI for the RSI itself, for the RSI moving average. None of that is required. We are only using RSI to give us some kind of a high and low signal and a center point, which is a 50% mark. That's it. Once you use the indicator and all the indicators we have discussed, let's discuss the Nifty chart. What would have been the perfect entries on this particular day? All right. The first good entry would have been over here. This would have been a short. The moment it goes below Hull moving average and it goes below VWAP from year to year would have been a good short. Actually, one should have shorted here and taken the profit at about 79, 80 points. This risk, even though it was worth it, in hindsight it is worth it, but generally, usually it would have bounced from R3 itself. All right. It went lower, then it has a question mark. Generally, remember, when things go above R3, generally they don't come down. By R3, I mean this R3 pivot. You will find on days once the candles start going up, the moment you cross R3, you will find it touching and retesting R3 once, and then it will go up. Generally, on a general note, 75-80% of the time, once R3 is crossed, things don't come down. It will end that day in the higher end of the spectrum. But in any case, so the first good shot in hindsight would have been this. Is when the candles cut down and go below the Hull and the VWAP. This is a double confirmation. This would have been a short both in Nifty, and on the right hand side we have Bank Nifty. Bank Nifty very soon, or it started at R3 and went. So here also this would have been a good shot. And then what would have been a good long? A good long, this 1125 long is a surprise candle, all right? But if you would have taken at about 1140 and gone long, that is a good long because you had a double confirmation. Candles were above Hull moving average and they had crossed VWAP as well. So these points over here, this 110 or 111 points, you could have grabbed 40, 50, 60 points on Nifty 50. These two would have been a good trade in Nifty. When it comes to Bank Nifty, you could have shorted somewhere over here and gone down till about here. That was a 200-point fall. And when it touches the pivot, you should have booked your profit, not waited till it goes and touches this line over here. From year to year is about 200 points. The moment it touched the pivot, you should have booked your profits, and that would have been about 200 points. Somewhere about 80, 100 points would have been a very good profit over here. Again, reason being it is below the VWAP, and once it crosses the Hull moving average, it's a double confirmation. In fact, it's triple. If you look on the left also, even the MACD at the bottom is giving you the sign of confirmation. See, it's cutting the VWAP, going below the Hull, and over here the green is cutting into the red and going down. So it's a triple confirmation that this is a short. Then over here, you first get a confirmation to go long by the MACD at the bottom. MACD already indicates, yep, an up move has formed, all right? So this is why that 1125 candle came, because MACD at the bottom, if you see the bottom, see where my marker is at the bottom, that MACD shows that the green cuts into the red. That means the market is going to go up. And for people who waited, then a lot of people would have waited for a double confirmation over here. Once it crossed VWAP, people jumped in and it then took the market till here. From year to year is maybe SL's taking the market higher and higher, the shorters SL taking the market higher and higher. But very technically speaking, the two good trades are this short over here and this long over here. These are the two good trades. In Bank Nifty, I already mentioned this short is about 200 points. This long would have given you about 200 points. So there's a 200-point shorting and long opportunity, clear cut. I mean, of course, it goes way more than that if you take this long and then exit over here, which in hindsight, you know, it's about 450 points plus, but you never know during day trading. Even if you booked a profit over here somewhere around 200 points, the moment it's touching R3, I would say that would have been a good trade. All right. So statistically speaking, this day had two good trades. One is a good short and one is a good long. They are both confirmed with the MACD at the bottom. All right, MACD is confirming both of them. Here, when it's crossing the VWAP, it's also crossing the center line of the RSI. It's going above the 50% mark on the RSI. So there are multiple confirmations by using this indicator, which is a non-TradingView platform setup. All right, here the indicators, we are using indicators over here which are available on all billing platforms. VWAP is available everywhere. Hull moving average is available everywhere, and so is pivots, Fibonacci pivots, and so is MACD, and so is RSI. The idea is, by the way, if there are people who are subscribed to my channel and who are developers, can you kindly look up the videos where I've mentioned these simple 7-8 indicators don't have a substitute in billing platforms. I would love it if somebody could make using Pine script, combine all those indicators and make a single indicator. That would be simply great. All right, because then I would really not need to even subscribe to my TradingView again. I am on TradingView because of those 7-8 indicators, and I've been trying to find ways where I eventually rid myself from TradingView, because all said and done, that is also an expense, right? If you need it, you need it. I'm on the highest subscription, but if I can do without it, why not? I mean, let's see. So far I've come to learn that these indicators work fantastically well. I've just shown you a review. You can't do much on a non-trending day. If you look at the day before that, you see this is a non-trending day. You can't do much. No matter which direction you go, you will have losses. Look at the MACD at the bottom. All right, same is the case with this thing. But on a trending day, all right, on a trending day, you will get clear-cut signals. See over here also, that is day before, you get very clear-cut signals using this indicator, you know, on when to go long and when to go short. On the screen, left-hand side has been Nifty. On right-hand side, Bank Nifty. I'm using futures because VWAP does not work on spot chart for some reason on many platforms. So if you want to use VWAP, you'll need to use the futures chart. All right, guys. So again, we are strengthening our indicator study, and we are trying to find ways where we don't require TradingView and we can do with normal indicators. Of course, the knowledge that we have acquired from TradingView kind of helps you build all these strategies on non-TradingView platforms. Over so much time that I have been using TradingView, I've always tried to find a substitute to TradingView indicators on normal trading platforms, but some indicators just don't have a substitute. All right, guys, so use this setup. I've shown you at the beginning of the video all my settings and all the indicators. We are using how many? 3 on top. We are using VWAP, Fibonacci pivots, and VWAP on top. So 3 on top and 2 at the bottom. 5. This is basically a 5 indicator setup, and those 5 indicators are available on all billing platforms. All right, and I've just shown you how to use it. Below VWAP, below Hull, and MACD cuts, green cuts into the red, we short. MACD, green cuts into the red and is going up. Above Hull and above VWAP, we go long. It is as simple as that. The Fibonacci pivots is there to give you an added reference point. All right, so thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful to you in some form or the other. If it was, then kindly like and subscribe to the channel. Share this video with your family and friends. Also subscribe to our free Telegram channel. The link is given in the description below in all our videos. Please give this video a thumbs up. Leave a nice comment if possible. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.